Hello and welcome to episode 156 of an 80 IQ Hillbilly's chess journey in which he is attempting to defy the odds by achieving an 1800 ELO ranking on chess.com. Alright, pre-game ramble. Apparently, episode 154 upset a person or two. I have repeatedly got on here through these 156 episodes and apologized for my poor sportsmanship, poor behavior. And, the bottom line is this journey isn't for the faint of heart. And if you're going to get butt hurt because I got butt hurt, then I guess we're just going to be butt hurt. That's just how it's going to be. If you don't want to watch because, I didn't take defeat well, even though if you have watched for as long as you've said, then you know that I'm sincere in my chess motto, which is we will be humble in victory and defeat. I have repeatedly got on here and apologized for my poor behavior. And, the difference between my chess journey and your chess journey is I'm putting it out there for people to see, unedited, for your entertainment, but ultimately for my legacy. So if you don't want to come along for the ride, I can't make you, nor will I attempt to persuade you in that manner. I do appreciate those who watch. And, look, I've got on here over and over again and said that I am not proud of how I act when I lose. As a matter of fact, there's several main reasons why I do this chess series. And by the way, this is not a chess channel. I started this out as a travel channel. I just happen to be doing a chess series right now. But, that's just what it is. But I have got on here over and over again and said that, I want to be humble in victory and defeat. And, it doesn't always work out that way. And so if you've watched as long as some people say they have, then you know that, man, every 4 games, this dude's apologizing because he sped through the game review or he wasn't humble in defeat. And so that's just what it is. This is a journey. And like I said, I've said over and over again what this journey is ultimately about, or why I do this series. I do this series because I am such a poor sport that for the last couple of years, I've continually wanted to just say, I've set goals of look, I'm just going to create a chess.com account. I'm going to use the free resources it offers. I'm going to play 1 game a day. Basically do exactly what I'm doing right now. And then I'll never fail that I'll end up just geeking out and playing chess all day long and then delete my account. So that is one of the main reasons why I did this series, to hold myself accountable. Because if anybody was watching, they could just go look at my chess.com account and say, oh, that dude's played 10 games today. So I've only played 1 game per day. And other than that, it's my legacy. It's documenting my legacy. And I think it's answering a relatively interesting intellectual question. Is someone as dumb as me capable of reaching a pretty objectively good chess rating? But if you look at the title of my series, if you look at the title of my chess, 80 IQ Hillbilly, okay? I'm not on here proclaiming to be a model citizen. And that doesn't mean that you can't get offended by me because I'm dumb, because I'm a dumb hillbilly. But ultimately, at the end of the day, I never hear anything from you until you tell me you're going to check out. Come on, man. If you don't want to watch, don't watch. Ultimately, I'm going to continue on doing what I'm doing, and I'm going to try to, look, I've said it over and over again. This channel is about improvement in chess as well as improvement in some life goals. I'm not perfect. You have never, ever, ever got an edited video. Ever. How I act, you're in my living room. I'm inviting you into my living room. This is my domain. I'm sitting here talking to myself. And I'm going to play a game of chess, and I would act just the same way, like if you were just sitting off in a corner invisible watching me play chess. Matter of fact, you'd probably get a better version of me. So again, I don't want anybody to not watch. I'm not trying to run anybody off, but I never expected anybody to watch in the first place. And I appreciate those of you who do watch. And, if I, offended you because I didn't take well in a victory, then, man, you need to, yeah, I mean, I don't know why someone would offend you. And maybe offended isn't the right word. But anyway, nonetheless, I don't want to dwell on negativity. I have enough negativity. And that's another thing. People don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going on in my life. Nobody watching this has any clue what's going on in my life. I have gone through a big life change in the last couple of months. I'm living in the third place in the last 2 months. I was homeless for a while. And that's neither here nor there. That's no excuses for anything. But I got a lot going on in my life. I'm not making any money off this. This is actually, I mean, it takes probably a good hour of my day to do these to make a daily chess video. I mean, not only do I have to record it, but I have to upload it and prepare the OBS system for it and do the screen, get the screen right and make the thumbnail. And I mean, it's at least an hour. And I do it because I want to do it, but it's not just like, it's not as easy as you think. And playing chess at a high level for me, and then having to talk to yourself while you're doing it to try to entertain other people, that's not exactly easy either. And to try to be humble whenever you're sitting here getting your butt kicked by somebody, and just to sit there and be like, good game, when you're a competitor like I am, I mean, it's tough. It's not easy. And when you have a low IQ and low impulse control, it's not the easiest thing to do. So, point being, if you're going to check out on me because I'm me, well then, I mean, that's what it is. You were never true to the game anyway. So, good luck to you in your life. I don't wish any bad. And another thing, it's like I get it. Like maybe I acted immaturely. I am immature. I never claimed to be mature. But I also didn't sit there, and it wasn't like I was sitting there talking crap to the dude. I never said anything to that guy. I didn't say anything negative to him. I thought he was trying to do that. I'm going to checkmate you in the last second. I guess maybe he was just making the right moves. My bad. Good grief. My bad. Anyway, for those of you who weren't offended, just like the guy who used to get offended about me sipping from my tea and said, oh, that's not really hot tea. That's cold tea. You're just trying to make that noise. What? So he wasn't going to watch anymore. Or the guy who said, man, you'd have a pretty cool series if you didn't have such trash audio. Well, hey, why don't you buy me a webcam, buddy? Anyway, thanks to those of you who have watched or are watching or will watch and just want to see a dumb guy play some chess. Because that's what this is all about. For you, it's just about entertainment of a dumb guy playing chess. And can he maybe get to 1800? Maybe there's some suspense or some drama there. For me, it's about holding myself accountable, not deleting my chess account, setting a goal and trying to go towards it. I had this goal a long time before I started this series. And my legacy ultimately. Like maybe 100 years from now, some relative of mine can be like, that was my relative. Not that 1800 is some kind of epic thing, but it might be for a dumb guy. So the negativity is done. I mean, I'm not trying to be negative. I had to come. And look, and I get it. Like, I'm 155 episodes in. I'm new to this. This isn't like, something I'm experienced at. Obviously, and I've even got on before, and at the end of episodes or even at the beginning of other ones said, I wouldn't watch that episode. It's obviously not, and I think I've even said this, 155 episodes in, there's obviously some that are crap. I wouldn't recommend watching them. 154 is one of them. 151 and 152 are two others. So we got 5 episodes. I wouldn't even recommend watching those three. They suck. As a matter of fact, I only go back and rewatch the games that I win. So, positives from yesterday's game, 155. I would have won the game if I had 5 more seconds. I think I played decent. Got a draw on time. Time ran out. My opponent had 4 seconds. I ran out of time. I had a queen, a knight, a pawn, and a king, obviously. Opponent had just a king. Easy game to win, just ran out of time. It happens. I didn't lose, but I didn't win either. 5 more seconds, I would have got the victory. Close game. Wasn't too butthurt about it. It was a game I should have won. I know I say that about every game. That's why I get so butthurt, because in my mind, I should win every game I play. I don't know how you do in your chess game. I don't know how you are when you play chess games in your living room. Maybe you go around and you smile every time you take a butt whooping in chess. Maybe. Maybe that's your personality, and you know what? I'm happy for you. Me, I don't particularly like losing. I'm a competitor. I'm in it to win it. So that's just what it is. And chess requires a lot of mental energy. And so to make one wrong move, and it destroys the whole game, it's tough, man. It's tough. And I know a lot of y'all have been there. Most of y'all understand. Most of y'all understand that. Most of y'all understand that, it's not hard to go on tilt, especially when you're playing for people, putting it out there live. So, it is what it is. And again, I want to clarify that I appreciate everybody who watches. I appreciate all the comments, and I've said it over and over again. I appreciate all the comments, hate or love. It doesn't matter. I appreciate people saying, "Hey, I'm not watching you anymore. Your content sucks because you turned me off," and whatever. Well, thanks for the time that you did watch. Appreciate you coming along in the journey as far as you did. But, I know how many views I get a day. I know how many subscribers I have. So, obviously, there's tons of people who have this is interesting, and they watch it and I've done the same thing. We all do this on YouTube. You have your guys that you watch them for a little while, and then you go watch somebody else, or you do something else. Maybe, it's just what it is, It's just what it is. But, I imagine that the majority of you that are watching right now, 100 episodes from now, won't be watching. It's just what it is. But I've repeatedly said I'm going to be humble, tried to be humble in victory and defeat. I've acknowledged that humility is not a strong point of mine, and that I don't like losing. So if you've been along for 100 episodes, and you're like, "Wow, that guy doesn't handle losing very well," let me just make an announcement right here. I am not the best loser, but I try to be humble. Okay, if that's a problem, this might not be the channel for you. But if you want to watch a teetotaling dumb guy, hillbilly from the hills of Arkansas, play chess and try to reach a goal, you might enjoy this. Come on in, check it out. We'll get started right now. 1660 from Mexico, white pieces. Haven't been playing good chess for a while, but we're going to try. We are going to try to play good chess. Interesting. Interesting. Let's get that in before he gets it in. Get that in before he gets it in. Well, we both got set up pretty quick, didn't we? Kind of surprised he gave that up like that. Here, 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 here. This might be the wrong play. All right. Ah, what? Ain't that some nonsense? Ain't that? So just got beat again. Takes. Just got beat again. Unbelievable. Got beat. Hope you're happy. Hope you're happy. Wasn't even close. We're going to speed through this real quick. Hope you're happy. You're going to see the dumb guy get beat at chess. 70.1% accuracy, no brilliant moves, one great move. I knew I should have took the, I guarantee I should have took the pawn. One great move, 8 best moves, 1 mistake, no miss, 1 blunder. 1600. 82.4% accuracy, no brilliant moves, no great moves, 9 best moves, 2 mistakes, no miss, no blunder, 2000. Chess is just not there these days. Maybe it's because I'm not very humble in defeat. Hope you're happy, all you haters. Had the setup I wanted. Was up a pawn. Bad move there. Look, I'm out way ahead. F5. F5. Oh, BA8. Bishop A8. Oh, look at that. Look at that crap, man. Look at that. That's resignable. And I should have probably took here is what I was thinking. Is that a blunder? Yeah, blunder. I'm just not any good at chess. See you later. Hope you all have a good day. God bless.